Lots of rain expected this morning. We are getting you out the door in the first warn forecast.
And Democrats trying to get a Republican candidate thrown off the ballot, who they're targeting and why.
Plus, why Harley-Davidson says they now will be reopening plants in Wisconsin and out east. Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Monday morning, a very rainy Monday morning, June 6th. I'm Josh Brighter.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. It's very calming out there. We're not too complaining about the rain this morning. Chris Stanford has the day off, but it might impact folks' drive into work today.
Yeah, that's the one downside, but it's a really relaxing morning. If you like the rain anyway, it's really relaxing to wake up to. I'm sure it made it a little bit harder to get out of bed early on, but yep, we are looking at some rain falling out there. So as you head out the door today, something at least I would like for you to grab. Might come in handy. That's going to be the umbrella, my friends. No real need for the sunglasses, a jacket or coat. Temperatures will be comfortable this afternoon as well. But we are tracking that rain that is out there. Most of this is just in the form of showers. We have seen some lightning and thunder over parts of Iowa. Yes, it's going to be possible that we see our own lightning and thunder later on, but it is certainly damp while you're out there. Most of the steady rain farther to the east of at least Madison at this point, but a heavier shower now getting ready to move into Janesville at this point. Temperature-wise, it is 59. Light rain coming down at the airport. Winds are now to the south and east at 5 miles per hour. Temperatures, they're still all hanging out into the 50s and 60s at this point. Watoma's at 58, 56 in Wisconsin Dells. Monroe, good morning to you guys. It's 58 there. Mineral Point, Madison, and Janesville all at 59. Meanwhile, Boscobel, Lone Rock, and Prairie du Chien are all at 60. We'll add temperatures, or add up degrees to our temperatures as we start to move into the afternoon, but we will only top out right around 69 or so. So we're talking about 10 to maybe 12 degrees to where we are now. That's where we begin to top out later on this afternoon. And yeah, there will be times where it starts to warm up. Then maybe another shower comes through, your temperature falls just a bit, then it warms up again. But 4 o'clock, that's typically your warmest part of the day. This is 9. A little bit of a break for some of us. Rain to the north, the east, and the south. But then by the time we get you towards 1 o'clock, some additional of those showers will develop. This is also when we'll have the best chance to see thunderstorms moving in. So early afternoon, by 4:30, we really begin to dry out at this point. Still lots of cloud cover. Central Wisconsin, Watoma, you'll start to see more sun, but the clouds begin to break up after 4:30. We'll cool down to about 50 overnight tonight. Some of you are in the upper 40s, some of you in the lower 50s, but 50, give or take a degree, that's where your overnight low is, but we should be dry. And tomorrow, I expect us to be dry for the vast majority of the day. Temperatures will top out into the lower 70s for tomorrow afternoon. Here we are now, tomorrow night. This is 11 o'clock, and guess what? Rain and thunder begins to move into the picture again. This is going to be ahead of the next rain chance that is moving in for your Wednesday. That Wednesday rain chance, kind of the next bigger rainmaker that we'll see around here before another one begins to show up by the time we get you into your Friday. We're going to watch that. Temperatures are going to be into the lower 70s on Friday. For the weekend, big MMSD weekend around here. The high schoolers all graduating that day. We are looking at sun and temperatures into the mid-70s. A slight storm chance on Sunday as well, with temperatures into the mid-70s. Of course, I'm really focusing on those weekend forecasts. We've got a lot of graduation parties going on. We had some this weekend. I know you had a lot of rain. For the folks coming up this upcoming weekend, it does look to be a bit drier.
A lot of stuff going on. Chris Reese, thank you very much. The campaign 2022 at 6:03 this morning, just days after an endorsement from former President Trump, a voter complaint could keep candidate Tim Michels off the August primary ballot.
Wisconsin Democrats are behind the complaint filed Sunday in a push to reshape the GOP ballot. They claim Michels doesn't have enough valid signatures to make it onto the August primary ballot.
Mr. Michels has a house that is in a village outside of Heartland. Because his voting residence is the village, he needs to list that. And because his mailing address is in Heartland, he needs to list that as well.
In response, the Michels campaign issued a statement calling the challenge frivolous and a desperate attempt to keep him off the ballot, saying it will not succeed. The team also said, quote, attempted ballot suppression based on a difference between physical and mailing address is nothing new. It's been tried against other campaigns, both partisan and nonpartisan, in the past, and it's been shot down every time. Now, if this complaint is successful, only 345 signatures of the almost 4,000 collected by the Michaels campaign would qualify. The minimum needed to get on the ballot, by the way, is 2,000. Michaels has until tomorrow afternoon to file a formal response to the claim. When that happens, we will push that update out through our mobile app. Stay up to date on all things election news over on that Channel 3000 News app.
To the crisis in Ukraine now, the capital city of Kyiv has been rocked by several large explosions over the weekend, and the mayor says one person was sent to the hospital as a result. Military officials say Ukrainian forces were able to shoot down a Russian missile south of the capital. But now Russia is also being accused of nuclear terrorism after a Russian cruise missile flew critically low over a plant in the south. Recent Russian shelling also destroying a building that was used as headquarters for humanitarian aid in eastern Ukraine. The missile is also damaging more than a dozen homes and a police building. Over the weekend, at least 8 civilians were killed and more than a dozen were injured. This week marks more than 100 days since Russia invaded Ukraine, waging that violent war.
While many have fled, Jessica Madhukar spoke with the Menominee Falls woman who crossed into the line of fire to rescue her son.
Yes, now I can breathe in and breathe out.
A sense of peace Natalia Gisbel thought she'd never be able to feel.
I went to Ukraine and I had only one task in my head, to help my son and to bring him back home.
Her 19-year-old son, Nils, was attending medical school in Kharkiv. As the war broke out, he immediately transitioned to helping wounded Ukrainian soldiers. But after weeks of sleepless nights and picking up extra jobs to send money back to her son, she found a way to get to him and bring him home out of the war zone.
I couldn't even talk. I was so shocked. He was just, so my son, he was alive. He was sitting in the basement with his grandma and his friends. So I just took them and we went to the border of West Ukraine. They stayed in West Ukraine and I took my son and we went to Poland. I saw shooting, bombing. I saw a big plane which was flying over my head and trying to bomb. And I saw people who really needed a lot of help. They were wounded, and I saw a lot of destroyed buildings.
Her son, Nils, is now navigating a new life.
I'm happy that he's in a safe place, like in the United States. And coming up from here, I hope he can continue on his study. He can go to university, because it's his dream to be a doctor, and I think he can make it.
A well-deserved second chance.
Happening today, Harley-Davidson says they will be reopening plants in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania after sorting out some issues with a supplier. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reporting Harley suspended their operations at its plants in Menominee Falls and York back on May 19th. The company did not say who the supplier is that they had issues with, but their stock dropped almost 9% the day they announced the shutdown. Those plants will be back to operating sometime today.
New this morning out in New York, one of the Starbucks stores that's trying to become a union is being shut down this week. In April, all 3 Starbucks locations in Ithaca voted to unionize. Union leaders believe this move to close one of the shops was an attempt to intimidate them. Workers United, which represents the Starbucks employees, plans to file a formal complaint with the National Labor Relations Board. Starbucks says it will hire those workers at its other Ithaca stores.
Time right now is 6:08. Coming up, we'll take you to the local fundraiser making life a little easier for pet owners across southern Wisconsin.
Plus, Consumer Reports has some valuable information on why you need to read the fine print before you download that new app.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
Because a regular massage envy facial routine is an amazing way to look better. Massage envy facials, where better begins.
Are you suffering from neuropathy? Do you experience stabbing pain, numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet? Are you tired of sleepless nights and avoiding life due to pain? If you've been diagnosed with neuropathy or are experiencing pain or numbness in your feet, pick up the phone and call us right now before it's too late. Neuropathy is a very serious and progressive disease where your nerves start to break down. Eventually, it leads to balance problems, falls, complete loss of independence, and often amputation. Our program addresses the underlying causes and doesn't simply mask your symptoms with medication. In fact, many patients start experiencing relief from their neuropathy symptoms within weeks. There's no surgery and no use of prescription drugs. Pick up the phone right now and call the number on your screen to find out if you're a candidate for our neuropathy program that has changed thousands of lives. You don't have to spend another day suffering. Call us today and see if you qualify for the relief you deserve. Do not wait. Call now.
Get inspired. Tour 30 custom homes and see the newest trends. The Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, is open daily, June 17th through 26th. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for tickets and more information.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. June is Pride Month, a time for recognizing, supporting, and accepting the LGBTQ community.
But acceptance is still difficult to find in many places. This month, local LGBTQ leaders are extending an extra hand to those struggling to be accepted. McKenna Alexander is here to explain how they're doing just that. Good morning, McKenna.
Good morning, you two. Outreach is a community center for the LGBTQ plus community in Madison and its surrounding areas, but it also works with other parts of the state. Outreach's executive director says in big cities like Milwaukee and Madison, you'll find a lot more acceptance and community toward people that identify as LGBTQ. However, he says that's not the case in all parts of the Badger State.
We serve a big part of the state of Wisconsin, and so in those smaller towns and rural areas, there's a lot, LGBT people face a lot more difficulties in those smaller communities.
One of the ways Outreach is working to help those in smaller communities is by hosting virtual online workshops. You can find more information about them online. I mean, they're really interesting. They're covering all sorts of topics, you guys. They're covering education, mental health, healthcare access. It's a wide variety of topics that they're hosting for people.
There's a lot to talk about, and I mean, June is special for a lot of reasons for the LGBTQ community, but it's a conversation that needs to happen all the time.
It's an excuse to kick off that conversation, McKenna.
Exactly.
You said earlier this is all year long. We should be talking about it.
Absolutely.
All right, McKenna, thank you.
All right, 6:13, let's switch gears. Check in with Chris Reese and your first warn weather. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. We're continuing to track much of that rain out there. Most of it now over towards the east in terms of the heavier, the steadier rain. Still, though, Janesville, Beloit, there's a pretty steady shower that is working into the mix at that point. Then back towards the west, look at what has popped up. We've now seen spotty showers pop up, and that's going to continue to work its way through for the rest of the morning. Farther towards the north, summer's getting started. If you're going to be headed up towards towards the Northwoods. We're still looking at more of those showers out there. No thunderstorms at the moment, mostly showers, but Stevens Point, Wausau, Owen, back to Eau Claire, we are still seeing the rain continue to fall. And you zoom things out, check out what's happening across the Dakotas. This is going to be our next rainmaker that moves in Tuesday night and into your Wednesday. Tuesday itself, not too shabby of a day. Tuesday is going to be quite great around here. Plenty of sunshine before our next rainmaker by Wednesday. More sun on Thursday. Another rainmaker tries to show up for parts of your Friday. Saturday's looking good. Sunday, we could see some showers starting to pop up into the afternoon, and that'll lead us to our next rainmaker that likely arrives sometime Monday night and into your Tuesday around here. So overall, yeah, it's still unsettled. Your better rain chances are early. In fact, widespread rain early this week. Widespread to scattered showers going to be possible for your Wednesday, and then for Thursday into Friday, notice how it's more so stray showers and lower rain chances at that point. We are talking complete washouts later on this week. Traffic-wise, here's what we are looking at for you this morning. The Beltline in good shape. It looks like 151 and the interstate are in good shape as well, not just in Dane County, but also in Rock County as well. But the roads are wet out there, and when it comes down hard enough, it does begin to pond and create the hydroplane risk. So please slow it down, take it easy, give yourself that extra time this morning.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you. 6:15 right now, local fundraiser making life a little easier for pet owners across Rock County. The Humane Society of Southern Wisconsin and Bazinga's Pub are partnering up this summer. The first of 4 fundraising events was yesterday at the Bar and Grill. A meat raffle helped donate money towards Sophie's Gift, which helps pet owners with unexpected vet bills. We spoke with an event organizer who explained why this is such an important cause.
We're very fortunate to be supported, locally by our municipalities that we serve. So we're really fortunate to be in Rock County. We have a lot of places booked in Janesville, but we also have some in Milton, and we're looking to get some booked in Beloit. So hopefully we'll be able to get, around Rock County.
Each event will feature food and drink specials, a 50-50 raffle, the opportunity to sign up for a Diamond Center gift card, and appearances by dogs available for adoption.
All right, how many times have you used an app, a website, or signed an agreement and not looked at the fine print? We're all guilty here, right? Well, you might be surprised at what you're agreeing to. Consumer Reports reveals the most common hidden clauses and what we might all be signing away. Can you guess what app makes you agree not to develop, design, or manufacture nuclear weapons when you accept their terms?
Apple iTunes.
That's right, Apple iTunes. Consumer Reports' Justin Brockman is an expert in consumer privacy and technology law and sees a lot of wacky clauses hidden in user agreements.
You promise not to get drunk on Tumblr's usernames. What does that even mean?
And this one, in the case of a viral infection that causes human corpses to reanimate and likely to result in the fall of civilization. Translation?
I guess it means that in the event of a zombie apocalypse, Amazon's not going to sue you. I think in a lot of these cases, the company's lawyers are just having fun.
Fun aside, Justin says there is a lot buried in these agreements that could limit your rights if something goes wrong, including ones that seek to prevent users from posting negative reviews. Take Intel, which says violators will be prosecuted to the maximum extent possible. Intel told Consumer Reports it's to protect the company from inaccurate reviews, but hasn't enforced it recently. Many of these clauses may now be illegal due to legislation passed a few years ago, but some companies still include them.
I think it's a scare tactic. I think they know that consumers don't necessarily know the law. But if you lie about them, if you defame them, then that's not protected, and the companies have a right to sue you for it.
Some go further, saying you can't sue a business over a dispute, making you resolve your issues outside the courts with an arbitration clause. AT&T uses language typical in many agreements. You are waiving the right to a trial by jury or to participate in a class action. AT&T declined to address why the company sought to eliminate the possibility of class action lawsuits, but argued arbitration is faster and less expensive for consumers. But Consumer Reports says that's not fair.
If your product breaks, if something goes wrong, if it hurts you, you should have a right to go to court and sue them for the damages that it caused.
Now, unfortunately, Consumer Reports says there's really no getting around accepting these terms if you want a product. So it's best to opt for products that don't require that mandatory arbitration when resolving disputes.
Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up has been used for pranks worldwide for years. CBS's Anthony Mason sat down with Astley about why his debut single turned prank #1 holds a special place in his heart.
That record just won't die.
Have there been times you wanted it?
No. I'm kind of joking in that way, but I can imagine some people want it to die. But I've got a very special relationship with that song. It's been unbelievably good to me and keeps being good to me.
That interview and more coming up at 7, only on CBS Mornings.
The Country Music Association Festival is banning Confederate flag imagery at its upcoming event. In a statement to the Tennessean newspaper, the CMA said any behavior that causes one of our attendees to fear for their personal safety will not be tolerated. This year's CMA Fest is scheduled to run June 9th through the 12th in Nashville, just a couple days away.
Don't worry today when you see a significantly lower share price for Amazon.com. Amazon's 20-for-1 stock split goes into effect at the opening bell. That means each Amazon share, which traded above $2,400 Friday, will become 20 separate shares today. With Amazon expected to start the session at around $120, the split brings the stock within reach for small investors. Just about 20 minutes past 6 o'clock, and just ahead for us here on a Monday morning, it's off to the races for a different kind of competitor.
Video you gotta see, folks. And in our next half hour, the future Badgers playing with Team USA on campus this weekend. Stay with us.
Tee off with us June 13th at the Geo's Garden Golf Classic.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Incoming! You don't have to love laundry to love Arm & Hammer Plus OxyClean. It removes microscopic stains and dirt for a deep, hygienic clean.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
It's always time for Papa Murphy's. And now you can get any medium 2-topping pizza for just $6.99. Now that's meaty-yum. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Order online today at papamurphys.com.
Raising healthy children takes a village, and kids thrive when their village is healthy too.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are helping you unlock a healthier world with our Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign. We'll show you how sustainable choices create healthier lifestyles, explore the impacts of food security on families,
and share ways we can help build a healthy community together. So join us on air, online, and in your village.
And take time for kids.
The Grammy-winning songs, the Tony-winning movies, Ain't Too Proud, the life and times of the Temptations. At Overture Center, June 14th through 19th. Tickets at overture.org.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. We got an email, we got a phone call actually from someone who said these are golden oysters, golden oyster mushrooms.
Which, that sounds like really bougie for a mushroom, doesn't it?
Josh can't afford these type of mushrooms.
Look at
yes,
that.
Beavis, I'll have the golden oyster mushrooms, please.
They're supposed to be really good cooking. I'm a morale girl. I would prefer to be out hunting for morels. These are not morels. Morels look quite different if you've ever had them.
Yeah, my friend Jed, he's a meteorologist out in Montana, but he was just walking his dog and they found a bunch of morels.
Really?
And so he
like finding gold.
He went and got his wife, and I think he said they filled up like 3 Walmart shopping bags full. They just found so many. And so he was like, yeah, these things are super expensive, so we got them all.
They are expensive.
But when he sent me the picture of them raw, I about gagged. They looked gross.
Yeah.
They do not look good. But
they're no golden oyster.
No mushrooms are pretty, let's be honest. But Mark, this is a pretty photo. We love the photo. Very outdoorsy. Thanks for sharing.
Something different, too.
Yeah, something different.
I love the green, too. Lots of color in that shot.
It is beautiful. Hey, include some green in your next My News 3 morning picture. Make sure you use the hashtag. Trending this morning, a different kind of competitor lined up for a race at a popular horse racing track.
Competitor?
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Check this out. More than 70 bulldogs went tearing down the racetrack this weekend in Shakopee, Minnesota. This was a race to see who would go on to run in the championship race in September. Look at that one with the little...
It looks so muddy initially.
I know. Yeah. So the last time spectators enjoyed bulldog racing at Canterbury Park was before the pandemic. It's called Bark in the Park Championship, and those races will happen on September 4th. It will feature bulldogs, corgis, wiener dogs, and basset hounds.
I love that list of dogs. If you think bulldogs running is funny, think about the corgis.
Oh, I know.
With their short little legs, or the basset hounds.
Or the wiener dogs. All of that.
Wiener dogs.
Yeah, this is funny.
Hilarious. I would go check that out.
I mean, they're no Bascom, but...
They're no Bascom. If you're watching, honey, I love you. She's
oh my gosh.
Not your husband, Zach. Bascom.
Zach's all right, too. That's a common complaint in our household, that I spend way more time with our dog.
Do you leave the house and turn on News 3 so Bascom can watch you after you leave in the morning, or?
Bascom's a bit of a napper. She's not really a TV watcher, but I should. Maybe she would recognize my voice.
I bet she would.
You know, she does that head tilt.
Yeah,
I always send that to you. Okay, we need to save some time
bus
for
stop forecasts. These are some of the last bus stop forecasts of the year. I know a lot of the seniors in Madison, this is your last day to go. So congratulations. It's going to rain, though. Temperatures will top out in the upper 60s.
All right, 6:36 right now. Bascom, we'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's a short drive to big adventure at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque. General admission gets you access to all exhibits for 2 consecutive days. Plan your adventure at rivermuseum.com.
This is how we do it.
At Pick and Save, we believe it takes the right team to bring you fresh produce. That's why we partner with farmers who grow only the best. And that level of teamwork means better, fresher options time and time again. Because working together is truly what it takes to be fresh for everyone. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you, pay for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit cubcadetdealers.com.
It's time to get up close and personal with nature while getting hands-on with science. Make plans to visit the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque, Iowa, for new exhibits, new films, and new experiences.
Wet roads this morning as you begin to head out the door. We are tracking rain for your morning commute.
Plus, the latest from Juneau County authorities this morning after a former judge was killed inside his home. What investigators are now looking into.
And teenage hockey taking over Madison. We meet the future Badgers playing on Team USA. Good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Linscheid.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Chris Stanford has the morning off.
We are continuing our coverage this morning of a shooting in Juneau County that left a former judge dead.
Police are now limiting traffic through that subdivision where the incident happened. The Juneau County Sheriff's Office says a state patrol trooper will be stationed on Highway 58 near the entrance to the subdivision and at the residence until at least today. Investigators say 56-year-old Douglas Udy zip-tied retired Judge John Raymer to a chair before shooting him to death. Udy was later found in the home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He remains in critical condition.
The individual who's the suspect appears to have had other targets as well. It appears to be related to the judicial system.
Investigators say Governor Evers, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell were all on his hit list.
Governor Evers commenting on the shooting this weekend. He said what happened to the judge and his family makes him sick.
It makes me feel ill that somebody that devoted his life or a good share of his life being a jurist in the state, in rural Wisconsin, and that's hard work, to be targeted like that. It makes me, frankly, sick to my stomach.
In the wake of the shooting, a federal judge is calling for greater judicial protections. In July 2020, a gunman dressed as a delivery driver went to Judge Esther Salas's home in New Jersey and killed her son and wounded her husband. The gunman had previously argued a case before Salas. In a statement this weekend, the judge said, "My heart is broken. We need to start protecting judges all over this country." Now, you can follow along on the latest information on the shooting on channel3000.com. There you will find several articles about the incident and more details on this suspect's criminal history.
6:32 right now. Let's get to Chris Reese and your certified most accurate forecast. Rainy start to the week, Chris.
Yes, it is. We're tracking more of that rain out there now. Here's how it looks on the roadways out there. This is East Washington at 2nd Street. You see the glare from the water that's out there, and at the moment, the rain's really not coming down as hard as it was a little earlier this morning, but still give yourself a little bit of extra time as you're out and about. I'm putting the yellow light on the morning commute just because of the wet roads and the water ponding that you're going to see when the rain comes down a little harder. For your evening commute, I do expect improvements around here, so the green light there. The steadiest and heaviest of the rain now moving out of the picture. You've got some heavier rain around Janesville right now. Still, some spotty showers have developed back towards the west. Those will continue to rotate their way on through. So now here we are. We had some heavier rain that's leaving the eastern part of Dane County. Now some light rain starting to move into the western part of Dane County this morning. I want to show you Rock County, though. This is where we really are seeing some of those oranges and yellows. This is the heavier rain coming down. Now getting to the north and east of Janesville at this point. Back behind it, you'll get a little bit of some drier air that starts to move into the picture as well. That being said, let's look at the state of Wisconsin as a whole. We're still going to see spotty showers pretty much throughout the entire day, and there are more spotty showers that are continuing to develop as the day goes on. But this right here is the next rain chance. That moves in tomorrow night and into Wednesday. So a gray look now. Temperatures are at 59 degrees. Winds are out of the south and southeast at about 5 miles per hour for us. Temperatures are generally hanging out into the upper 50s, some low 60s too. 56 in the Dells, 60 in Lone Rock and Prairie du Chien, Boscobel at 61. It is 58 in Monroe. but 59 for Janesville and Madison. 9 o'clock, rain all around us, but some of us still dry. We get you towards 12:31. Some additional showers pop up. The farther south you are, the better your odds are going to be of seeing those additional showers, maybe even some thunderstorms too. But 4 o'clock, though, the drier air starts to work its way in. We're still cloudy. We'll break up those clouds towards the evening. We'll go down towards 50 overnight tonight, and then tomorrow it's all about that sunshine. 73, 71 on Wednesday. Guess what? More chances for some showers and thunderstorms. Drier on Thursday with another chance for rain on Friday. The upcoming weekend looking not too shabby.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. We have some breaking news to report this morning. Wisconsin hitting a record high for gas prices as of today. AAA reports the state average is $4.80 this morning. Diesel clocking in at $5.25. The priciest pump to stop at in Kenosha County, they're paying $5.13 for a gallon of regular. Dane County is still under $5 at $4.70. That is 70 cents up from a month ago, almost $2 higher from last year.
This morning, Madison police say a person with disabilities is okay after a car they were riding in was stolen. Police were called to the area of Easttown Mall along East Washington Avenue just after 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Police say the person with disabilities was in the car with the engine running while their caretaker went inside a building to get food. A 43-year-old man reportedly got into the car and drove off. 45 minutes later, police found the car on University Avenue and followed it to the entrance of the UW Hospital emergency room. He's facing potential charges of false imprisonment, first offense OWI, and operating a vehicle without the owner's consent.
Another deadly weekend of gun violence across the country. At least 6 people have been killed, more than 24 others wounded. We start in Philadelphia, where at least 3 people were killed and 12 others injured after police say multiple shooters fired into a crowd of people. Police are investigating whether a fight there, captured on cell phone video, might have led to the incident. Then Tennessee investigators say a mass shooting near a nightclub left 3 people dead and 14 injured there. In New York, fears over a possible active shooter sent shoppers running for cover at 2 malls. Investigators now believe fireworks may have set off that panic.
Around the state this morning, the man believed to be responsible in the deaths of 6 people at a Milwaukee duplex has been formally charged in court. 34-year-old Travis Lamar Berkeley has his bail set at $1 million this morning. He's charged with 6 counts of felony murder. Investigators say they were able to link Berkeley to these killings with cell phone data that included a selfie that had been taken in the basement of the home where the bodies were found. A witness also telling police that Berkeley admitted to killing the victims with his cousin. Berkeley has a hearing set for June 15th.
An update now to a shooting that happened at a Racine funeral on Thursday. Police say they're still looking for whoever opened fire during the afternoon service, injuring 2 people. Those 2 victims, both women, appear to be doing okay after they were rushed to the hospital. Authorities believe multiple guns were used here.
Right now, investigators could charge an 18-year-old for homicide after he turned himself in over the weekend in La Crosse. Police there believe he shot and killed a 15-year-old at an apartment complex back on May 22nd. Police arrested a 17-year-old involved in the incident who was charged with 3 misdemeanors related to that shooting.
Happening today, the Under-18 Women's World Championships in hockey officially getting underway here in Madison. 8 teams from across the world are here to compete this week at LeBron and Capitol Ice Arenas. And there are a few future Badgers on Team USA. Not only are they getting a chance to compete for the gold medal, they're also getting a look at their new home on ice.
Definitely helped knowing that I'm going to be next to 2 of my teammates that I'm going to be coming in with, and we've grown like super close throughout the camps and stuff throughout the year, and it's just super exciting to get the opportunity to be on the same USA team and then leading to college together.
The first game of the tournament is Slovakia against Czechia today at 4 p.m. The U.S. team plays today as well against Sweden at Lebanon at 8 p.m.
Just about 6:38 right now. We're continuing our coverage of Pride Month this June with a conversation with local leaders.
McKenna Alexander learned how things have changed for the better over the years and what still needs to be done in our area. Good morning, McKenna.
Yeah, good morning, you two. Outreach is a local community center for the LGBTQ+ community in Madison and its surrounding areas, but also works with other parts of the state. Now, Outreach's executive director tells me over the past few decades of Pride Month, a lot has changed for the better. Now, that includes more legal protection, available health services, and a broader community for people that identify as LGBTQ. However, many things still haven't changed over the years, which is why June is an important time to recognize what still needs to be done.
There's still a lot of discrimination. There's still a lot of misunderstanding of our community. lack of knowledge, bigotry.
To help create a space for people struggling to be accepted by their neighbors or anyone just looking to expand their LGBTQ community, Outreach has recently launched its program called The Road Forward. Part of the program consists of a series of free virtual workshops that focus on education, development, and health. Some recent sessions discuss job loss, access to healthcare, and mental health. More workshops are expected to be announced later this year. You can keep an eye out for them on the Road Forward's website. We also have more information on everything at our website, channel3000.com.
All right, McKenna Alexander, thank you very much.
6:39 right now. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside on this Monday morning. Kind of a dreary start out there. We're talking about some rain to start off the weekend, an unsettled pattern. Chris Reese has those details coming up.
And the most memorable moments out of the Queen's Jubilee, whether she was present.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 30% off lenses with the purchase of any frames. Shopko Optical.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Keep your basement dry with help from Menards, plus save 11% on everything. Barracuda sump and utility pumps are powerful, dependable, energy efficient, and built to last. Move water quickly with a Barracuda pump. Get 11% off all sump and utility pumps. Keep cool this summer with Medea's first ever U-shaped window air conditioner. You can open or close your window while the unit is installed. Save 11% on all air conditioners right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The challenges we face today feel monumental. Inflation, gas prices, and now an unthinkable threat to a woman's right to choose. I'm Alex Lazary, and I have a track record of getting things done. That's how you know I'll work for you. By lowering prescription drug prices, putting more money into people's pockets, and protecting every woman's right to choose, no matter what. This is why we must defeat Ron Johnson and start meeting our challenges head on. That's why I approve this message.
It's Summerfest, the only time of year you can bring your I haven't heard live music in 27 months self. Your festival food for lunch and dinner self. Your I saw them before they made it big self. And of course, your I picked 12 stages, walked 6 miles, and it's only day 1 self. It's time to bring your best self. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
The News 3 Now Call for Action team, getting results for you. When a local woman was taken advantage of by a car dealership, we took action and helped her get back nearly $10,000.
After going through you, it's just like, you can breathe.
Call for action, only on News 3 Now.
Need emergency weather alerts before conditions turn bad? Download the First Warn Weather app right now. Turn on notifications and I'll alert you when severe weather threatens. The First Warn Weather app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
We're back at 6:42 right now. After her son died of suicide, a Monroe mother is taking action to help others who may have suicidal thoughts.
Brady Mallory explains how, thanks to technology and a local health system, she's letting others know someone has their back.
He loved playing sports.
Here's the thing about time.
Happy, fun-loving.
All the time in the world is never enough.
His smile just carried him to be friends with everyone.
Especially when it comes to a halt. For someone you love.
Never even once thought this Jake would have taken his life.
In just a few days, Terry Ellefson will mark 10 years since her son, Jacob, died by suicide. He was just 14. Looking back, she says there weren't the typical warning signs that we all think about.
Had absolutely no clue or inkling that anything was going on or struggling, and then all of a sudden June 7th hit and our world just completely changed.
Since then, the Ellefson family has tried to help others struggling like Jacob, who feel the weight of the world. They created a foundation, Jacob's Swag, support with awareness and giving.
I wish there was a pause button on suicide. Like they could just go for 5 minutes up above and just see what life is going to be like for 5 minutes.
There may not be a pause button, but now there's an app. Ellefson launched the Got Your Back app in 2020, and it continues to grow. Anyone can use it and find access to 24/7 help, positive affirmations, mood trackers, and a way to personalize your own support team of loved ones.
You just have to hit the message and it sends to them to let them know that you're struggling and they need to check on you.
SSM Health helped develop the app and has pledged $30,000 to keep Got Your Back on the forefront.
Things like this app, or even Jacob Swag Foundation in the first place, is a beautiful resource for people just to start talking about it.
Tim says SSM Health's goal is to deepen its efforts to support mental health and its community partners.
Instead of us recreating the wheel, which sometimes happens, SSM Health, we really focus on how do we give back into our communities in a way that is just more than healthcare.
It's been 10 years since Terry Ellefson has seen her son Jacob. Right now, all of his friends are turning 24.
The yellow logo on the smaller person is Jake's shadow at the age of 14, and that's his best friend as an adult. I wish Jake was here today to be an adult.
She hopes the app will help individuals contemplating suicide not just hit the pause button, but stop before it's too late. Here's the thing about this mother. She's trying to give other parents what she just didn't have enough of: time.
He just was an amazing kid. Yep, and we miss him a lot. If one person or one family doesn't go through any of this, or one life is saved, then this absolutely worked.
Now, the app is free to download, and SSM says it is vital in helping rural communities that don't always have access to mental health care. People can also always find help with the National Suicide Prevention Line. It's available 24 hours a day. You just have to call the number there on your screen. I'll read it for you. It's 1-800-273-8255.
6:42 right now, or 6:46 rather. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast, keeping an eye on Doppler track.
Yeah, we're continuing to track some of the rain chances out there, Josh, and we're still going to see rain chances before the day is all said and done. We'll dry out for Tuesday, but I'm tracking lots of rain moving through right now. A lot of this rain happened overnight, but now spotty showers are developing back towards the west. All of this continues to rotate through as we go throughout the morning. Steadier rain now to the east, northeastern parts of Rock County moving towards Lake Mills. This is where we're seeing the steadiest rain in the viewing area at the moment. But back towards Lone Rock and Richland Center, there's some steady rain coming through, and some additional rains out of Iowa are going to be crossing the river and into Wisconsin. It's 59 headed out the door right now. As we look ahead, look for temperatures warming up towards 69 for your high later on this afternoon. 4 o'clock, we should start to dry things out, and then it's going to take a moment to get rid of that cloud cover, but we should do that at least by tomorrow if we don't by today. By the way, remember this tropical system that we've been tracking? If you're headed out to Florida, I know sometimes social media can confuse things. Alex is now completely offshore, impacting areas mainly beyond Bermuda at this point. But of course, June just marks the start of hurricane season. We'll let you know anytime another system develops.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Today, Normandy Cemetery will be hosting its first public ceremony marking the D-Day anniversary since 2019. It's been 78 years since nearly 160,000 Allied troops landed on the French beaches. On that single day, 4,400 Allied soldiers lost their lives, 2,500 of them Americans. More than 5,000 were wounded. Veterans already arriving over the weekend to visit the graves of the fallen soldiers.
You know, I think for me, it's when you put your feet on the sand and you run your, you know, I took a moment to just hold the sand and you think, gosh, the blood that was spilled to give me that moment and the freedom to hold that sand. I think that was emotional for me.
The ceremony where the fallen are buried in Normandy was granted to the U.S. by France back in 1956. I've actually been there. I studied abroad in France and took my parents here. It is something to witness.
I didn't even know you studied abroad.
I did study abroad, and you know, my dad wasn't necessarily interested in going to Paris, but this World War II monument, this cemetery was, you know, it took all of our breaths away.
It gives you chills. It really does.
Yeah.
Well, across the channel, Queen Elizabeth II, who served in the World War II as Army driver and mechanic, continued celebrating her Platinum Jubilee this weekend. Yesterday, the Queen appeared on the balcony of Buckingham Palace after skipping events Friday and Saturday. While she wasn't at Saturday's Jubilee concert, a pre-recorded video with another British icon won over the crowd.
Perhaps you would like a marmalade sandwich. I always keep one for emergencies.
So do I. I keep mine in here. For later.
So the Queen's gold stagecoach she used for her coronation joined a carnival through central London on Sunday. She did not ride in it at the time. Instead, it's a hologram that was projected inside.
I could not get over that cute video.
That is so funny.
Oh, I just adore her.
I love it. She's so cute, yeah.
Okay, it's 6:49. Ahead in the morning sprint, the uniquely Wisconsin event you can't miss coming up here in Madison.
But first, it is June 6th. We want to say happy birthday to Riker and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for watching and celebrating with us early on News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At Associated Physicians, do you know how much we offer all under one roof? It's a lot. From OBGYN, peds, and internal medicine to lab, x-ray, behavioral health, and more. Associated Physicians, 233-9746.
Dear gas prices, Toyota's hybrid lineup says, go take a hike. Because we bring efficiency with power and savings with style. Think you can stand in our way? We got this. Toyota Hybrids.
Get 1.75% APR for 48 months on a new 2022 Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
We got to see the selection for ourselves.
Tile, wood, stone, laminate, and vinyl?
This hardwood is beautiful.
This vinyl is durable.
And this tile? So affordable.
But when it comes to everything our family needs, this one is perfect.
Now this store is the real deal.
At Floor & Decor, there's plenty of room to explore. Because with everyday low pricing on quality in-stock products and on-trend styles, you can really bring your living room to life. Discover Floor & Decor today.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Vet Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway June, the Mascot Theory, and Beth Killyman. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes one pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
The OBGYN team at Associated Physicians wants to remind you that it's time to redirect your attention. Back to you. We are here, and we have just one focus. You. Call us at Associated Physicians, 233-9746.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Some breaking news out of the United Kingdom this morning. Britain's ruling party says it'll be holding a vote of no confidence for Prime Minister Boris Johnson. It only takes 54 Conservative or Tory lawmakers to trigger the vote. It will decide whether to replace Johnson as their party's leader. He's faced a number of ethics scandals this year, including hosting rule-breaking parties in government buildings during COVID lockdowns.
Wisconsin's first festival dedicated to nothing but cheese curds will be returning for their 9th year this summer. Curd Fest will be happening on Saturday, July 23rd between 4 and 8 at Madison's Bree Stevens Field. The free event will feature all kinds of curds as well as food trucks, family-friendly games, and of course, a curd eating contest.
Breaking news this morning, Wisconsin hitting a record high for gas prices as of today. AAA reports the state average is $4.80 this morning, diesel clocking in at $5 1/4. The priciest pump to stop at in Kenosha County in the southeast corner of the state. They're paying $5.13. Dane County still under $5 at $4.70. Still, that's up almost $2 from last year.
The Brewers offense has been struggling the last couple of days. Until last night, they had gone 2 games scoreless, and the crew only made contact 7 times. They were able to break that streak, though, with Colton Wong scoring a first-inning home run against the Padres. San Diego, though, able to get more hits. Final score 6-4. Brewers will be hosting Philly starting tomorrow night.
After months of renovations, Anessis is showing off its new clinic on Madison's west side. The company says it's the only Black-owned, state-certified mental health clinic in Dane County. They recently purchased this 17,000-square-foot building and spent months renovating it.
The U.S. and South Korean militaries are launching 8 ballistic missiles into the sea today as a response to North Korea. The South's military on Sunday detected North Korea firing 8 short-range missiles over 35 minutes from at least 4 different locations. The tit-for-tat missile launches were aimed at demonstrating the ability to respond swiftly and accurately to North Korean attacks.
The U.S. now knows who they'll face in their first match of the World Cup in November. The nation of Wales will be joining them in Group B after they beat Ukraine yesterday. While the U.S. will be returning to the tournament for the first time in 8 years, Wales hasn't made an appearance since 1958.
The King of Clay continuing to extend his untouchable record. Rafael Nadal winning his 14th French Open title in Paris yesterday. It's his 22nd Grand Slam title, just 1 less than Serena Williams, and the most of any man in the sport ever. He won his first French Open in 2005 when he was only 19 years old. In that period, he has won 106 times and lost only 3 times in Paris.
We are still tracking some showers as you begin to head out the door this morning. Do be prepared for that on your Monday. A lot of the steadiest rain to the east, but still spotty showers popping up to our west. We'll keep those spotty showers around all the way through your evening. 59 is the temperature as you begin to head out. Again, be sure to grab that umbrella. As we look beyond, temperatures warm up towards the mid-60s by the time we get towards late morning. Upper 60s early afternoon. We're going to be topping out right around 69 for your high later on today. Sunshine for Tuesday, rain on Wednesday, sun again by Thursday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you.
My pleasure.
And thanks for joining us this morning, folks. We hope you're having a great Monday, kicking off already. Have a great week ahead. We'll see you